Okay, so B asks a good question about leverage trading. I haven't done it before. I've only tried it once. I got destroyed. You actually are lucky that your first try you got destroyed. You're fortunate as hell, and here's why. I wasn't that fortunate. I took so it was in 2018, maybe. Might have been 2019. Can't remember. Yeah, I think it was 2018. Yeah, it was. It was all the dead cat bounces, which were very awesome if you knew how to trade the right way. It was, in retrospect, it was very simple to trade that, but at the time you didn't know, which is the beauty of trading. Like things that look so easy once you see it in the chart, but when it's living and printing live, it's not easy. Anyway, you're lucky that that happened because had you taken, let's say you started with $1,000 in futures, had you turned that into 5K, like I did, I 5x, probably 3 to 4x my account the first time. First off, you'll always lose everything in your account, especially the first attempts you're giving, right? It'll disappear. So you use that as a fact, like just staple that, like take a bottle cap, just hold that there, and that's true. It exists and it's right. So you have to, like, for the purposes of this thought experiment, and it is true, you will lose it all if it's your first attempt, even if you practice TA, all that stuff, it's gone. So within that fact, you have two things that can happen. Either you make money first, or you just straight up lose it all first without it ever going up. Okay, those are the only two options with this fact. So this is the fact that it will be gone no matter what in your first attempt if you're new to leverage trading. If it just goes straight down and you lose it all just in a, maybe you had like up a $10 day, but then it's pretty much every day you just lose it quickly, that's better for you. And here's why. Because if you 5x your account, it's a fact that it's all going to disappear. All gone. Your original money and all the money you just made. And you get addicted to it. You think, I was on a roll. I'm a genius. I know what I'm doing. I just made one mistake. Or whatever happened in the charts, that was whales. Like, that's not going to happen again. You'll make an excuse. I already know this because I've done it more than once. So, probably 3 times, actually. And then the next time you'll save up money and put future stuff in your futures account, what are you going to do? You're going to put more money because you're a genius. That was whales. That ain't going to happen again. You're going to, whatever the excuse was, you'll hold on to it. Not only will you put more money in, but you'll probably use more leverage because you fucking made $5,000 in like a day or maybe not a day, in a week. I'm doing that again. I just had it. It was just there, and now it's gone. I'm going to do it again, and I want it faster because I just had it. And then you're going to lose that second round as well, even quicker. And then on the third try, you might not put more money in that time, but you're still probably going to try to trade aggressively to get that money back. And then you're going to get destroyed again because you're using too much leverage and probably not following trading rules. All because you made a lot of money on the first attempt before it went to zero. If you go straight to zero and you get destroyed immediately, you'll be humbled first without that addiction of I just 5x'd in a week. That connection, it's like, some people say you can get addicted to dreads if you taste it one time, right? Like, I don't necessarily agree with that statement, but if for this, like the psychology of gambling, essentially, I bet you can get addicted in one. I bet gambling is, whatever the dopamine is doing in your brain, I think that feeling could be addictive in one shot. And that's what that is. It's worse for you to go up first because it's all going to go away anyway. Anyway, so you should actually feel very fortunate. And the fear, so in the connotation behind what you wrote there, I can feel fear, and that's good. To be fearful when you're trying to do leverage trading and you're new at it, that's what you want. And if you were successful first, you wouldn't have had that fear. Rather, you would have had that taste. And you don't want that taste. You want the fear first. So that's good. That's honestly the best thing that could happen to you. I would say to that, don't give up on it. It is a skill set. So you have to pay to learn a skill set. How much does college cost? Like, it's way too expensive, right? And hell, you're not even necessarily being taught a skill set unless you're in something specific like computer science or, I mean, hell, not even mechanical engineering is teaching you super specific skill sets, maybe outside of using CAD software and drawing, maybe a little math, but something like electrical engineering is probably more specific, or chemical engineering is fairly specific. But most degree, like not even that is very specific. But in trading, you're learning a very, very specific skill set, and it's very valuable because the skill set is making money. As weird as that is, you're learning how to be a money printer. Sometimes the money printer, it messes up the whole sheet, and you lose $300 of ink and $100 of paper. Sometimes the money printer gets jammed and it messes up stuff for the day. But you're essentially learning how to be a money printer. It's a valuable skill set. It really is. But it is a skill set, and you have to pay to get it. So as you're paying, so this is the last thought on that. As you realize I have to pay to have the skill set, just like any other damn skill set. And if you're not paying with money, so I taught myself how to play guitar. But I had to pay with my time, right? Yeah, actually, and my money. I had to buy strings, and buy the guitar, I had to buy, all that stuff. So I did have to pay technically. Picks. Anyway, so yeah, any skill set you got to pay. And in that skill, the cool thing about trading though is you actually don't have to pay that much. If you do this one thing, start out with 100 or whatever's a super small amount to you. Like if you're playing around with $250,000 in crypto, okay, you could start off with maybe like $300, $400 or $500. $500 is pretty small for you. But if you're dealing with like 20K, like $75 to $100 is small to you. And what you do, so that let's just say it's $100 for you. Start out with $100. You don't have to pay a lot to learn the skill set because that $100 is just as valuable as having 10K in your futures account as you're learning. And here's why. Because the whole goal, as I've said, I think twice now on YouTube and multiple times on my Discord, the whole goal with that first funding of $100, it's like paying for a bucket of golf balls to practice your golf swing. You're paying to practice. That's it. Do you get refunded after you practice hitting those golf balls? No. You paid for it. It's gone. Same thing in trading. And so if you accept that, just don't buy a $5,000 bucket of golf balls. Just buy a $100 one and get a lot of practice in. It's that simple. You don't have to buy golden golf balls. Get the range golf balls. Cost $100. And all you do is see how many good trades and how many good learning moments you can have with that $100. Then the next $100, you're going to potentially make even more trades. So you don't care about getting it up to $1 million. All you care about is you count the trades you got with the first 100, the number of them, not how much it went up. You don't care about how high you got the $100. That's irrelevant. How many trades, open and closed positions, did you get with that first $100 before it was gone? The second $100, get more open and closed trades within that first $100 before it's gone. The third time, so somewhere around the fourth or fifth or sixth time, you'll realize, hey, it never went back to zero. And that's how you do it. That's all you do. But you have to have fundamental TA, and you actually have to have a plan. So if you're somebody who's just doing gut feel the whole time and you're trying to practice gut feel, you'll actually keep funding $100 perpetually and it'll always go back to zero. But you're going to use that to develop your plan. And here's why I suggest $100 instead of a test account is because a test account does not trigger your emotions. It's not your money. And you'd be surprised when you see your even though $100 is much to you, when you see it get up to 120, that's 20% up. It's emotional. You're training your emotions. With a test account, you don't get that feeling. The hardest part about trading is your damn emotions. So if you're not trading your emotions on a test account, like you're missing out on 60% of the training. That's why I'm adamant about just take it, whatever's use it as a big bucket of golf balls and, as opposed to doing the virtual golf shit. That's what a test account is. That's not as helpful. In my opinion, it's not. Might look cool, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not helpful. So that's what we got for you. And yeah, feel lucky that you did get your butt kicked immediately as opposed to 5xing and then losing it all. Very, very, very fortunate. And I did not have that experience.